Tonight's theme is eat, give, and hope. Anli said that eat, drink, and woman. And Confucius said food and sex and hope. When you have good food and good sex, you have hope. Okay? So, let's salute to Confucius. Today is Culinary Journey. I want to thank my good friend Lily. Hello everyone. Now I want to show you that today when I'm working in the next 10 minutes, I want you to total concentration, complete silence. Because you don't want to have anything happen live in front of the camera. Because when you talk, I get distracted. When I got distracted, most likely I'll cut myself. You don't want to cut myself. Okay, please, total concentration and complete silence. Good evening, everybody. Today is our culinary journey. And I just came back from Beijing yesterday. Yes. And there's a great connection between Seattle and Beijing. Because I flew back on a Boeing 747. And while working on a computer, I use only Microsoft software. Yes. And no other softwares. The theme tonight is Culinary Journey, and I think that is most appropriate. In China, we have a very old but a very wise saying. The knowledge from 10,000 books cannot be compared to a journey of 10,000 miles. 走万里路，胜读万卷书. Okay? Anybody speak Mandarin here? If you raise your hand. I want everybody follow me, okay? Read my lips, okay? 好好食. That means it's delicious. 好好吃. That means also delicious in Mandarin. There are, just in southern China, about 55 different dialects. So if I have to teach you, I'll be here until 4 o'clock in the morning just to teach you how to say delicious in Chinese, different dialects, okay? So, I am a firm believer in learning by traveling and over the years that I have done my best to do that. If you watch the Yankin Cook Show, I take you to all parts of Asia and different parts of China, okay? I even cook for the pandas. So cooking for you tonight is much more fun because you show emotion when you eat, okay? So when you eat the entree, I want you to show emotions, okay? Those of you who are familiar with the Yankin Cook Show have seen many cultural segments that we produce in China and all over Southeast Asia. What delicious find. It is like a bottomless treasure chest. No matter how many segments we have made there, I can go back there tomorrow and create another 100 more. From Korea, Burma, Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, everywhere. And why not? We have a region as diverse as China and Asia, and thousands of years of history and culture and cuisine. What I have done on my show is just scratch the surface. My earlier trip back to China and Asia is particularly, to me, it's like a personal journey. I've yearned to rediscover my childhood and recognize and reconnect with all my roots and also family members. I still have a lot of friends and family members. In fact, besides the Yankin Cook Show, I'm also doing a show in Happy Kitchen in Mandarin, and also cooking with fun in Cantonese. And it's watched by about 500 million people. They're, of course, all my relatives. You know, one time, recently, I was in Rhode Island. and we do a demonstration, and Emerald came out, okay? And everybody get excited. When I came out, everybody go. Then I found out that Emerald, actually, there's a lot of Portuguese American living in Rhode Island. That's the reason why everybody know who Emerald is. And I said, Emerald, you come to Shanghai, come to Beijing. You walk around the street, when I say Emerald, who? When I say, Martin Yin, there are about 5 million people come and say hello. So I said, Emerald said, just like Barbie Frey. Barbie Frey is afraid to come. Okay? In fact, but it didn't take long for me to realize that part of China and Asia that I knew, only a very, very small part. And there's a whole new and vast world out there waiting to be explored, just like the culinary journey that we explored tonight. Since my initial trip to Guangzhou, I've made many journeys up north to different parts of China, to Beijing, to the Great Wall and beyond. I went east to Shanghai and to Suzhou and the Great Canal. I sailed on the West Lake, toured Hunan and Sichuan further west. And have you ever tried Sichuan cuisine? My good friend here has a Shanghainese restaurant in Seattle. And if you go to a very traditional Sichuan restaurant, before you go in, you're perfectly normal, okay? You come out, you don't have to have a perm for 40 years because your hair smokes. I traveled south of the cloud to Yunnan to explore the many cultural minority of China. A lot of people don't realize in China there are 56 minorities in China. And along the way, I cooked and joked and met some of the most interesting characters and friends and chefs that we can ever meet. Through the years, I've also ventured to other parts of Asia, Vietnam, Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand, and Japan and Korea. Food, delicious food everywhere. It was a true and rare privilege to rediscover one's homeland and also the cuisine. I was fortunate enough to do it, like many of you. And I'm inviting all of you to join me in my future travel to China and Asia.